This is Dameron Majette, and I'm putting out a few videos about my upcoming workshop called Your Warrior's Heart. And I wanted to give you a little bit of a sense, the purpose, my thinking behind it, what the goals are. So what really struck me at the Conference for Men that I attended in April was talking about how holding space is one of the fundamental masculine attributes or ways of approaching the world. And that really resonated with me. I feel like that's a key to a lot of issues that I've had and that people in general have about developing themselves and figuring out how to create what it is that they want. So the goal of the workshop is to enable you to hold space for yourself and for whatever that your attention might be on, no matter what, in any given moment. And the only way that that's going to happen is if your body and your chemistry are on board, because a vast majority of the things that we do during the day arise from our physical habits, our physiological habits, our chemistry and our physiology. A very small percentage of our thinking is actually consciously controlled. Even the stuff that we're aware of, it arises from the unconscious, which is full of these habits and patterns, our relationships to the world in a lot of different ways. So the workshop is going to be an intense experience of 4 days, diving into your relationship to all of these unconscious patterns and bringing awareness and some choice to those. It doesn't matter how good you are at something necessarily. That's not what I care about. I do care deeply that you learn what your relationship is to things. What's my relationship to intensity? What's my relationship to effort, to fear, to pain, to love? What are those friendly things? Are those things that I don't like or that I judge? Or do I believe they play a certain role in my life, so I'm going to decide to use them in a certain way just automatically? Working with these things directly changes the game tremendously in terms of what is available to us, the flexibility of our minds and of our perception to see what we have available. What's possible for us, what we can create, and how we naturally, automatically function. So we're going to be spending lots of time holding space, even as a way to learn. These deep patterns don't respond to information. They don't respond to suggestion in the traditional sense so well. Sometimes they can trigger a different feeling that can change something for the better, for the long term. But these patterns respond to our experience. And we give ourselves, in order to change those patterns, the way to learn at this level is not to bombard with information or to create suggestions or anything. But everybody who's alive today is the result of millions of years of successful evolution. We're the ones that made it. So we don't need to add anything more to that process. Anything that we experience, we will learn to adapt to. We will learn to refine our functioning around. And anything that we add on top of that begins to sort of actually keep ourselves from being able to just adjust so that we're comfortable in a situation. So what we're going to do is spend a lot of time holding space for ourselves as we go into these controlled situations that excite these emotions, these feelings, and these experiences, and let ourselves discover, what do I do in that situation? How do I feel? What comes up for me? And give ourselves the chance and the time and the tools that can assist the process to begin to adjust and adapt and learn to flow with these things recognize that there is no experience that is a barrier. Everything can be used to our benefit, every experience, because that's all it is. It's just something we feel, and we can hold judgment about it. We can decide that it means something greater, something awful. It's a distraction. The best course that I've found, at least dealing with, not with the abstract, but with the concrete, the body, is to just refine that ability to be present, to hold space, to not collapse, to not break down. And then if I'm able to do that, then the answers come, the resources are there, I have what I need, life keeps happening. That's what I want to share, is that experience that will teach all by itself. So I'm not bringing the answers. I have developed and gathered and learned through my own participation in process, many processes, that can take you through a place where you will teach yourself. That's the point. That's the point. Because your answers will not be my answers. I would want to give you my answers. I might have suggestions, but mostly I want you to have an experience that will show you your own path more clearly. It doesn't require a particular physical background or a skill set. It does require some commitment and some willingness to deal with intensity and to look unflinchingly at yourself. For those with the willingness and the interest, I welcome you. And I want you to know that I am 110% behind this workshop. I cannot wait. This is the result of over 20 years of work that I've done. And I'm finally finding the people that need this in the way that I have to offer it, at its most authentic for me. So I look forward to it. Contact me with any questions. I look forward to seeing you there.